Well, howdy there, Internet students. Mr. Hermanson again. Today, this is the second day of learning how to solve systems by elimination. Okay, we're going to start here with problem 2. And on this problem, we're going to first make this into two equations, then we're going to use elimination to solve them. So it says we're washing 2 cars and 3 trucks, and it takes 120 minutes. So let's let the cars be X and the truck be Y. So that's how much time it takes to wash a car, how much time it takes to wash a truck. So we have 2 cars plus 3 trucks takes 130 minutes. That'd be that equation. And then for 2 cars and 5 trucks, it takes 190 minutes. So I hope some of you are thinking ahead here that there's 2 more trucks in here and an extra 60 minutes, and we get those, and we can get that just by subtracting. So I'm going to subtract this top equation from the bottom equation. So I'm doing this 2 minus this 2 is 0x. 5 minus 3 is 2y. So that's my 2 trucks. 190 minus 130 is 60. And then just dividing by 2, I get y equals 30. So in other words, it takes 30 minutes to wash a truck. And then to figure out how much it takes to wash a car, you can just pick one, whichever is your favorite of these 2 equations, and substitute 30 in for y. So these 3 trucks here are going to take 90 minutes because each of them take 30 minutes. And so I get 2x plus 90 equals 130. That means my 2 cars are the difference between the 130 and the 90, which is 40. So that means each car is 20 minutes. That kind of makes sense that cars don't take as long because they're not as big. Okay. You might want to just check, make sure that works in your other equation before you move on, but I'm pretty certain that I got the right solution. So go ahead, you're given these 2 equations. Go ahead and solve those by subtracting. So you're going to set them up like this. 5x plus 2y equals 48. And then in the second one, it's 3x plus 2y equals 32. Now, x is the cost of an adult ticket, and y is the cost of a student ticket. And if you look closely here, you'll notice you get 2 more adult tickets. And by subtracting, you'll figure out how much those 2 more adult tickets will cost. So go ahead, you finish it, see if you get the right answer. Yeah, you should have found that adult tickets are $8 and student tickets are $4. And that one you did by subtracting. All right, so let's kind of review what we learned here. Solving systems by elimination. Step 1, look at the equations. And first of all, make sure they're both in standard form, which means the x comes first and then the y, and they equal something. So we need them in that form. If they are in that form, then you can move on to step 3 here. If they're not in that form, then make sure you put them in that form. Right now we are in that form. So, all right. So now the next thing we're going to do is see if we have opposite numbers or the same number for coefficients of either x or y. And you'll notice in these equations that we don't have that. So that's step 2 here. So our answer to that one is no. So we're going to move over here to step 3. We're going to create that. So I'm going to take, I notice that in the bottom equation I have a negative 9y, and in the top equation I have a 3y. And I can easily make this 3y a 9y just by multiplying the top equation by 3. So I'm going to multiply the top equation by 3. I'll just put that right here, times 3 here. And then when I do that, I get 4 times 3 is 12x, 3 times 3 is 9y, and negative 24 times 3 is negative 72. The bottom equation I'm not going to do anything to because I have a negative 9 there as a coefficient for y. And now I have opposites. And generally, I always try to make them opposites. I usually do that because I think addition is easier. Okay, so now we're going to solve those. And we're going to do that by adding. So I'm going to add the 12x and the 2x, and that makes 14x. The negative 9y and the 9y make 0. Negative 72 plus 30 is equal to negative 42. Dividing by 14, I get x equals negative 3. So there's part of my solution, negative 3. And to find my y, you just pick one of the original equations and substitute the value you found. It says 4x plus 3y equals negative 24. I like that one. And I know that x is negative 3, so I'm going to put that there. 4 times negative 3 is negative 12. Okay. If I add 12 to both sides, I get 3y equals negative 12. Dividing by 3, I get y equals negative 4. Okay. Now I'm just going to check that solution in my other equation, which was 2x minus 9y equals 30. So my x is negative 3, so I'm going to do 2 times negative 3 minus 9. My y is negative 4. I hope that works out. This is negative 6, and this is a plus 36, which equals 30. So that's good. It's working. All right, so now I've verified that the solution is negative 3, negative 4. All right. I think we're ready for you to try out a few problems. I'm going to just do one more with you. I'm looking for one where we're going to need to multiply both because I don't think I spent a lot of time talking about that, but we can just talk about this real quick. This is already set up on number 1. You can just add the two together and the y's will eliminate, and you should notice that that's because you have a plus y and a minus y, so just add them together. Same with this one, you have a 3x and a negative 3x, just add the two together to eliminate x. Here, it looks like it's set up to subtract because you have the exact same number in both of them here. So you're going to want to subtract on that one. Okay. On number 4, you don't have any that are the same or opposites. What I would do is right here, I notice there's a y, but here's a negative 2y. So if you multiply everything in the top by 2, you'll be good to go. Then you can add the two together and the y's will be eliminated. I'm going to do this last one here, just get you started. Now, you saw earlier that I did this trick. If I multiplied everything on the top by 7 and everything on the bottom by 6, we would have 42 in both. And if I made that a negative 6, then we would have negative 42 on the bottom. Those are pretty big numbers, so I think there's something even easier on that one. If I multiply everything in the top row by 4, this is my suggestion, everything on the bottom row by negative 3, and if you think about it a little bit, you'll see where I got those numbers from. That'll give me negative 12 here on the top and positive 12 on the bottom, and then when I add them together, those will be eliminated. All right, so good luck with that. And remember, math is everywhere. You just got to be good at it.